Hey loves, joining Milay, the girl from Runaway. We're a culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I am back finally with the Zeus Network. Okay, one more chance reunion, y'all. We about to get into it real quick. Shout out to everybody who was on deck for the live that was supposed to happen yesterday when the episode premiere. I was having some issues. Y'all already know how it goes. Just so you know, I'm a regular black girl like you, girl. So it is what it is. It's one of those days. Hopefully by next week or whenever they air the part 2, I will have everything up and running so we can get into our live, y'all. That's gonna be so much fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's do it. So Zeus starts off with congratulating the girls on the #1 show. Oh, woo, they all celebrating each other, something they didn't do during the season. And it starts off with Plastica, Karen, Yodela, Yummy, and randomly enough, Beady Bead, and they're all just talking and congratulating one another. They give Yodela a shout out for her makeup, her lip gloss line. She was like, yeah, sold out in the first day. And I was telling y'all, she really was over there selling them $100 lip gloss kits like hotcakes. And they mentioned something about 5th Wave. I guess that's something that Yummy has going on. I don't even know about that. Plastica, Karen, they brag about fixing their teeth, girl. Like the Zeus bag was heavy. Like Cardi B said, we got a bag and fixed our teeth. And Yoda was like, ah, me too. Like, girl, ugh. Plastica, not Plastica. Karen is so ugly to me. Oh my god, she has like chihuahua teeth. I do not. She is terrible. She looked worse than what she did on the show.
On some Cardi B shit, got a bag and fixed our teeth. Wait, me too.
And I knew she got her teeth fixed. I peeped that like in a couple of my reviews ago. If y'all was paying attention, I was already on it because I be on these girls' teeth. Because wait till I get me a check, girl. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I got a bag and fix my teeth, girl. That's a real flex right there. I don't care what nobody say. That's a real flex right there. Getting your teeth fixed, girl. Get into it. And they record the other girls, Wakanda, Secrets, not Special K, but they were all talking about Special K, how crazy she was, and you know, what's her name? Secrets was like making fun of her, like, and she was really going crazy. It was all dragging Special K, like nobody likes her. Wakanda was dragging her because they didn't even let her back into the house. So I really feel like she was really just causing too much noise, and those people that was really living in that community was about to make a noise complaint. And Zeus was not about to let her mess up the church's money. It's one thing to like kick somebody out, but production didn't even let her back in, or at least in recorded. So you know they wasn't even dealing with her. Damn. Special K and Rolly, they're off to the side because they're like the 2 outcasts right now, and they both look good. Roly Poly looks good in that blue, that baby blue. She better come through. I liked it. And believe it or not, Special K, you looked good, girl. She was giving me very much Return of the Mummy tease. You know, what do they call that night when they TP your house and you roll the toilet paper all over the house? That's what she was giving. She was very cute. She was like, yeah, I'm good. Just, you know, my body is sore. She was sitting down all gingerly, and she got her body done, and not for nothing. It's not overdone. It don't look crazy. She don't look stuffed like a taxidermist or anything like that. So good for you. Production showed her shoes with the little bows on. I thought they were cute. I don't know. Who knew it would come a day where I'd be like, Special K, I like that. I wouldn't wear it, but I liked it for her. So the producer, same producer, is talking to Chance, and he's like, Chance, well, how do you feel? You know, what are you feeling like? Congratulations on the #1 show, and this, that, and the third. They pretty much asked about Yummy while he was getting his touch-up. He was getting his under-eye concealer, girl. He was getting ready for the cameras. He just let it be known that he heard some things that he didn't like about Yummy. He's like, why y'all let me choose this Oompa Loompa? Oh my gosh, she was screwing everybody and this, that, the third. He was all pissed off about Yummy, and the producer's like, oh, so you really liked her? And he was like, yeah, I really liked her. And she was, you know, messing around with everybody. Chance is really funny on the low. I liked him in this segment because it wasn't like forced. It just seems like how a reality show is supposed to look. Girl, catch that. He is glad that Jocelyn is hosting a reunion because he was like, you see how she did them strippers, right? He's crazy. So they showed the footage of Yodela, Plastica, Karen, and they were pretty much just talking about their comparison to the Bad Girls Club. And Yodela was like, girl, that's because some girls was in there hating on us. You know, they always gotta hate on the pretty girls.
Always the broke. It's not your fault.
Ugly ones who don't like.
And Beady B was looking like, oh my god, I hope they include me too. I hope I'm one of the pretty ones. She was just so out of place with them. She looks out of place the whole entire time, to be honest. Special K let it be known, like, yeah, so now that we off the show, I was never here for Chance. I was here like everybody else for clout. I'm like, girl, we knew that. We knew that. So Jocelyn and Janisha, they appear, and Jocelyn looks good. Joseline Hernandez, okay, Puerto Rican princess. She looked really, really good in that black. She had the peg Bundy hump going on, sis. Was giving it to us. And Janisha, I'm really not familiar with her, but she was cute. Her look was nice. And Jocelyn was pretty much like, these girls are not going to like me. They're not going to like what I have to say. And we already know Jocelyn shoots from the hip. She's a straight shooter. And, you know, she was just like, we gotta keep these girls together so I don't have to walk them like a dog. Walk them like a dog. I'm like, girl, what is this? This is wrapping up a wig. They ain't walking like a dog. But Chance comes in and he's like, yeah, you know, I need you to get the girls together, this, and the third. And Jocelyn's like, Chance, well, when do you want to keep it real? Because you've been looking for love since I've been in high school. What you gonna find some love? That's by Jocelyn, y'all. And he was just like, you know what? I thought I had one, you know, but I thought I was the nigga. She was fucking all the niggas. It was funny, girl. Janisha comes out and the set looks nice. The stage looks beautiful. Production did a good job with that. And she comes out and she's like, well, how's everybody doing? And Plastica's like, when she was walking out, she was like, what waist? Where's her waist at or something? That girl reminds me of Elvis. I can't stand the way she talks. I can't even do that voice. That shit is crazy. I do not like her voice. I do not like her face. And they start talking or whatever the case. And she was like, Mangina had said, Karen had said something, and Mangina was like, oh girl, please, you just looking for your 15 minutes since you left the show early. And she's like, girl, we're Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. This is the ghetto. And Mangina was like, the ghetto? Look at you and look at me. And BDB was like, the ghetto? What's that supposed to mean? Like, yes, be careful with that ghetto word, because we already know how y'all coming. Jocelyn comes out, she got her own intro. I'm like, sis, you the host. How you coming out with your own intro? The host usually introduces people, but you know, we are on Zeus Network. Giving me very much Zeus Network tease. Y'all just do what y'all want to do, okay? Y'all making the rules as y'all go. Love to see it. They're like, give it up. This is reality TV royalty, which she is, okay? Did you ever really let me Stevie? I want to know. I still want to know. But Janisha ends up introducing the girls to Jocelyn, like, again, what in the Zeus Network? Jocelyn asks, how do y'all feel about your names? Because some of these names, I just wasn't sure. Like, what is up with these names? Mangina was like, well, I love my name, period. Because I go everywhere. They're like, Mangina, okay? And it's just, and Jocelyn was just looking like, okay, sis. And Mangina lets us know that, you know, he's not transitioning. He like, I just like to dress up. This is just me. I like to wear wigs and stuff like that. And I'm like, I went through a lot. I put in some effort to make sure I was calling Mangina by the proper pronouns, and you mean to tell me I could have been calling you bro, her, him, her, and whatever? I'm just like, girl, y'all don't even know. I was making it a point to call Mangina by the proper pronouns, and for him to just say, oh, well, I just like playing in hair and wigs. Girl, what in the Zeus Network? I'm pissed off about that, but I didn't want to disrespect anybody because you already know this is a safe space for cultural conversations and topics, and I don't play those games, but y'all was really playing in my face on that one. And I knew it because I was on Instagram and I saw him on Instagram like, this nigga, he looked like a regular degular, and sure enough he was. But I know that somebody in these comments gonna be like, well, you really shouldn't disrespect. So I just was go ahead and do it. So from now on it's he. I still might call him she because I've been doing it this whole time, so I'm kind of like trained to do it now. But girl, that was a task. Give me a thumbs up for that alone, period. BDB say, I'm cool with my name. Listen, I'm whatever. And Jocelyn was like, oh, well, I'm just saying, because I remember one of those girls over there on the side, they said something about your nigga naps. And she was like, oh, it's cool. You can say nigga naps as long as you got the card to say it. And all this. And I'm like, girl, in what world and what society you live in? I don't care. And I have a 4C hair, a.k.a. 4Z hair. And I ain't got no nigga naps. I don't care. We ain't playing them games. Y'all can check out my locked videos. I'm going to link it up at the top. I don't like that. Don't do that. But I do want to point out Jocelyn is asking some good questions because we already know Jocelyn, she's Puerto Rican, but she's like Afro-Latina girl. And her daughter, she's raising little black girls, so she ain't playing them games. I'm like, that's right, Jocelyn. Read the room, Jocelyn. Read the room. She's like, Plastica, what about you? She's like, all right, honey, because I spent $100,000 on my body. Yeah, okay, yeah, how you like it? I'm like, girl, that girl, I hate her voice. Elvis impersonator. Here's the thing, sis. You spent $100,000 on your body, but you had to wait to get on Zeus to get your teeth fixed? Somebody riddle me that in the comment section below, because ain't no way. Jocelyn was pretty much like, y'all was here for clout, because y'all wasn't here for him. The way y'all was acting like y'all was acting, Jocelyn is funny. Jocelyn was like, all right, well, y'all ready to see y'all man. I know some of y'all already sucked this and was jumping on this and everything like that. And Yummy was looking stupid. She's like, I was moving a little fast, but it's okay. I know it's okay, Jocelyn. I know it's okay. Man, China was cracking me up talking about something throw baby. I'm like, he wrong for that. I thought Yummy was his girl. Okay, not throw baby. Anyways, they come out, Micah and Chance, they look good. The stylionaires look good. I like that little fit, that little get up. Shout out to y'all stylists, okay? You can tell when people have stylists and they don't. They looked good, okay? Getting about the horse and everything. He walked over, did his little thing, sat down. They are also hosts too. I'm like, how y'all the hosting y'all, girl? Zeus Network. Chance speaks to everybody. He's like, hello. Hello. He points out Grandmama. Hey, Grandmama. Everybody loves Grandmama. Me too. He like, Grandmama, you been in my DMs blowing me up. It is so funny because Grandmama is really a grandma. Like, I follow her Instagram and she really doesn't have like Instagram etiquette, you can tell. And I can see her very much blowing anybody's DMs up just by how she puts stuff out on social media, girl. That was funny. So then they have a flashback of the season, you know, a cute little recap. And Jocelyn is just like, well, what's tea? Why was y'all acting like this? And they get into games, or not games. Her name is, no, it is games. I guess games and secrets mixed up, although they look nothing alike. But just the games, secret, I don't know. Games is pretty much pissed off. She's like, I can't believe I was on a chopping block with Mangina, and she was butthurt that whole entire time. Like, girl, swallow your pride. You're full of yourself. Like I was saying, Mangina was making TV, girl. You was there with an attitude the whole time, and you was corny. You were corny, sis. Like, you were corny. She pretty much was like, well, you made me look crazy on TV. Jocelyn was like, well, how do you feel about the footage that you're seeing? She's like, I look crazy. He made me look crazy. No, sis, you made yourself look crazy. Jocelyn pretty much asked about the puss. Like, well, what's up with the puss? Because he was just saying that it was, you know, a little smelly. What's up with that? And he was like, girl, and Chance was like, it smelled like Lake Cucamonga. And Jocelyn was like, what the fuck is that? She is funny as hell. She wanted to know what it was. And she was like, he was like, well, it was just giving me very much fish and chips. And Games couldn't even say, like, she didn't even say my pussy ain't stink. She was just like, well, it wasn't for you. It was for Michael Blackskin. Michael Blackson, I'm sorry. And he was like, well, he might like fishes, but I don't. I said, ooh, goddamn. Now that is quick. That's a quick ass read, because y'all didn't even catch that. Most people didn't even catch that, because y'all know them Africans be eating fish heads and stuff like that. Not even just Africans, Caribbeans and stuff. But girl, this is the Chance we want him to see. He's quick on his feet, my man. But she was mad, like, bring my phone. You was on me when we was at the Halloween party. Zeus Network had a Halloween party, by the way. That's what she was referring to. You was on me when we was at the Halloween party. Where my phone at? She was like, well, he was like, well, really, I just felt like, you know, I was seeing how the footage was going. I was feeling bad, and I just wanted to reach out. You see, you can't even be nice to girls like you, because you taking it and running with it. I just felt like this and the third. And she was just pretty much like, you know, well, you for everybody. I don't really got time for that. This and the third. And then I was like, I thought I liked you, but you really I found out you want men and women, and I only like men, and all this, and they're like kind of trying to put out a little fake gay allegation, which is corny, because here we go again, weaponizing like homosexuality. We all know that Chance wasn't interested in Mangina. We knew that, but you just butthurt because you was on a chopping block with him and you got sent home. And Chance was like, he started to snap. He was like, I'm not gonna let her bring it out of me. But then he snapped like, yeah, you trying to be all this, that, and the third, but you was really corner on the low. You let this nigga outdo you on a TV show, and you was just here because of whatever. It was your fault. You whack, and it is what it is. I wasn't. He was like, man, Johnny, did I ever come on to you? Mangina was like, no. Mangina did look good. He pulled himself together. He was a look, but I'm mad about them pronouns, because I'm still not over that. But yeah, she was just like, oh well. And he was just pretty much pissed off at the fact that you're trying to come at a gay allegation when, you know, it wasn't even like that. And that was corny at you, Games, because you know what it was. Just take it. It was corny, sis. You could have came with a little bit of heat. You see other girls in the house who was able to do something and maneuver. You didn't really bring anything. So it is what it is. Jocelyn was like, no, you need to put a little bit of respect on his name, because just a couple of weeks ago, you was all for him. You was all about him. I'm like, I know that's right, Jocelyn. Keep him in line. Walk him like a dog, sis. She pretty much agreed. She's like, yeah, I can understand that, but all bets were off once he said my pussy stank, so I don't like him no more. Girl, you childish. Chance started spilling all the tea. Well, Zeus wanted Mangina on the show. It's not my fault. He was more interested. he had a way bigger role than you and this, that, and the third, and she was still trying to weaponize gayness and homosexuality, and BDB stand up with her queer ass, and she was just like, oh yeah, well you're lumping in a whole group of people, don't do that, and this and the third. Like, BDB, you just had to say something. But she was right, like, don't do that. Nobody likes that, because we under those undercurrents, those tones, we're catching all of that, sis. Read the room. And then she puts on like, oh, I went home to my real dick. Like, girl, we all know. Y'all all went home to your real D, your real puss. We all know. Jocelyn and Mangina. So, Jocelyn pretty much like Mangina. So, let's talk about you. But first, like, what can I call you? Can I call you something else? Because I can't call you Mangina because I really want to call you Joanna Man. She funny as hell, because I was about to call him Joanna Man a couple times too, Jocelyn. Especially y'all was watching my overviews, y'all already know. He pretty much just said, I don't care if you got all the wigs and the glitter and you got your first pair of Cinderella shoes. Girl, them Cinderella shoes. Did y'all see his feet? Did y'all see his feet? Okay, that's it. I don't care what you got going on. Your energy didn't match that of a woman. If you want to sit up here and present like a woman, you need to act like one. That's what she was saying. Man, Johnny was doing all this. Okay, well, at the end of the day, you ain't about to da 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 da. He was like, they were like, look at your energy. It don't match. It don't match. It was true, man. Johnny was off the hook the whole entire time. I talk like this to my mom. I talk like this to my dad. Like, people think that that's justified. I don't care how you talk to your mom and dad. It still doesn't make it right. You don't get that? Mangina justifies everything that he was doing with Yodeler and Special K. He was like, I wasn't even beefing with Special K. She came in and inserted herself into our conversation, which was not a lie. That was very true. And he talked about Rolly and her body shaming. She pretty much just said, well, that came about because I asked her to move and she didn't want to move because she couldn't fit, and I wasn't body shaming her. It just is what it is. Then they rolled some footage of Mangina acting a donkey, because that's what he was doing, acting a whole donkey. After the footage, Mangina pretty much just says, oh yeah, well, I can kind of see what y'all was talking about or whatever. And Jocelyn was just like, listen, it's all about you doing better. If you want to say that you're a woman, you need to act like a woman, because, you know, it don't match and this, that, and the third. And she was like, I can tell that you glowed up from the last time I saw you. That's why I love Jocelyn. She a real one. You glowed up. So you need to just kind of just get it all the way together, is what she was trying to say. Micah chimes in and said, yeah, you had no training. Do you know how to act like a lady? Do you know what a lady is? And I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all dragging this lady stuff, because y'all got chicks in here with whole real vaginas, cisgender women, natural born women, and girl, they don't act no different. So y'all was just dragging that whole acting like a lady thing, because all of that is relative. Because out of everybody there, the only person who really act like women was Wakanda. She had a lot of class. And Shira, she had class too, but she was kind of like, you know, the rest of them, girl, please, girl, bye. Miss me with all that lady, all of this type of business, because they was in there acting like donkeys, for real. Wakanda and Mangina get into it because she was just like, I can't really be around you too long. And then Mangina started with all of this and all of this type of hand action. Like, why did they even sit Wakanda next to Mangina? Her being and presence is so different. Like, that was just a weird exchange, because Mangina was just coming with all this hand moving, like, you're not about to do all this hand action right sitting right next to me like that. I don't like it. It was reaching all over Wakanda. Girl, what in the Zeus Network? Jocelyn said, well, what's going on with you, Chance? Because I feel like your energy kind of went down some. He was just like, nah, man, because I feel like I shouldn't even have a man in my house now. Y'all looking at me all crazy, this, that, and the third, or whatever, man. Johnny was just like, look at us. Johnny is crazy. And, you know, Jocelyn was like, no, what I did like about you is the fact that you didn't treat him any type of way. You weren't mean and nasty, because you were secure in who you are. And that's true. Like, men who are really uncomfortable with other men and their sexuality really are struggling with who they are, because real men who are secure in who they are don't care about what other people are doing, period. He was like, you know what, he was here and I was just feeling like, all right, bro, go ahead and grab a drink and go ahead and make yourself comfortable. And that really just that shows the type of person and type of heart that he has. Because, you know, with some niggas who would have been like, oh God, and making a whole big deal, he didn't do that. And for that, Chance, you got one more chance. Let me stop. So they asked Grandma, Mom, well, how do you feel or whatever about the stay at the house? And she was like, oh, well, the girls were so judgy and yada, yada, yada. And she's like, well, one thing that I know from experience, love, you don't find love when you're doing all of this. That's Italian. I don't know if she's Italian. She's not Italian, girl. I don't know what it is. But y'all know what I'm saying. I'm mad they had the girls on the side like they was in a baseball pit. And it's interesting enough how the front row was Yummy, Yodeler, Special K and Rolly. In the back was Shira, whoever, in secrets or games, whoever. But when Shira was chosen like top 3 every single time by chance. But you see she in the back now, right? Production, y'all got some stuff with y'all. I see right through it. Then they say, Jocelyn asked her, do you really think you had a chance with Chance? And she was like, you know what? I'm a confident woman and I have my natural breast, whatever she was saying. And, you know, and Chance was like, Grandmama, you did have a chance, Grandmama. You did. He's so funny. He has a good heart, you can tell. And, they just talk about the whole Grandmama beef with, what's her name, Cheeks. And Cheeks is way in the back, way in the nosebleeds, way giving me very much echo. We couldn't even hear her. Like, she didn't even have a mic on. She had to come up. So she's walking up into the stage and her dress was giving me like early 2000s prom. I don't know. Maybe it was like Indian bride she was going for. She didn't even look like herself. The dress was, it fit well, but it didn't fit her personality. Like, we see her thugged out the whole time, girl. Wear something that was more fitting for you. You coming like it's your prom. Like, maybe she missed her prom. I don't know. But it didn't give, like, one more chance reunion. It was giving me, like, my spring recital. I don't get that. But she is going off, like, oh, yeah, bitch, because you called me a B and this and the third. She's going off on Grandmama. Like, girl, that's so ugly for you. I hate to see it. We really do hate to see that. And Grandma was just sitting there like, if I'm a bitch, then what are you though? I'm like, Grandma, go off. That's how you do it. But they giving us a part 2, girl. Like, they out here, Real Housewife in Atlanta. But, you know, I'm here for it. Because, I mean, like, I watched this whole entire season. So now I'm invested. I want to see what the next part 2 is going to give. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get this little live situation going on. Because I want to kind of chill and bust it out with y'all. I think it'll be so much fun. Because y'all been thugging it out with me. I've been thugging it out with y'all. We got to get into it. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. What y'all think? Did it give? It gave a little bit. It gave us something for part 1. It ain't, you know, they waited too long, but they did give us something. That's what I'll say. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out. And make sure you subscribe, share if you care. Let YouTube know it's for real. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.